Alright, y'all, welcome back. It's Albert LaBelle with the world famous Stock Lock Sunday. That's right. If you have been involved in lock sport for any amount of time, you're familiar with Lock Picking Lawyer's channel. Recently, we all seen him feature one of these locks right here. This is the Reset. It's very, very reflective. I'm going to try not to get my face in there so I don't scare anybody off. But here it is, the Reset lock. So I've been collecting these rounded body padlocks, so as soon as I seen it, I had to have one. So here it is, the Reset. We're going to check this one out maybe down the line on another video. But when I got the lock just the other day, I noticed something about the key. See how it just says lock on that key bow? It caught my attention because I had recently picked up another lock from my collection, the round body padlock collection, which was this Pro Touch right here. And I noticed the key right through the package. It looked very familiar to that one. So, by the way, this is just the Pro Touch. Let me see. It does say on the back, distributed by Cotton Valley. It looks like New Jersey. So at least it says where they come from. A lot of these cheaper padlocks, they're in like a plain wrap package. So we got something out of that one. So this is the Pro Touch, another very, very cheap padlock. These are both very cheap. We're talking like Harbor Freight-ish cheap. Just different stamps on them, basically. But the key bow, as I mentioned, a little something similar about those. Identical. So it's either the same manufacturer for both of these locks, or at least the cores. I'd have to guess the locks. And they just put different names on them, and that's that. But yeah, I mean, they're identical. So any hoodles, like I said, we'll feature this one maybe down the road. I'm going to toss it aside for now. And we will check out this very shiny, extremely shiny Pro Touch. So again, there is the bidding for that one. Not bad. Seems to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pinner. Double ball locking. Machining looks, I've seen worse. That's not very bad. Yeah, I mean, it's cheap, but it's not awful. So, we got to do the test. I'm going to take mine up because it does say hardened right there. Right there in the shackle. Bright as day. I'm going to take the Sharpie side. Find us a spot below the ball locking. Oh, yeah. I don't even have to try. Yep. I'll probably cut right through that. Easy breezy. See that? So, I need someone to help me out, maybe in the comments. Can they put hardened on there if it's like just partially hardened or what? Because, I mean, I've got some good padlocks, quality padlocks that say hardened. And a cheap file like this just glides right across it. So, I got a feeling that's false. But I don't know enough about metallurgy to say so. But yeah, I don't think that's very hardened. So any hoodles, let's go a little farther. Let's check this puppy out here. Let's lock her back up, and first we got to try the bypass tool. Let's see if it's going to work. Maybe not. Maybe farther in. Bingo. There we go. So that works. Okay, so that would be the quickest way, obviously. So let's say that did not work, and we go for the single pin picking. Let me get those out of the way and grab us some kind of tension wrench here. That will fit. That'll work right there. And let me just grab, that's right here. Maybe. Yeah, that'll work. Dangerfield Praxis. Short hook I was using a little while ago. That'll work. Alright, so put some tension on the top of this bad boy right here and see if we can't pop her. Alright. Start in the front, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. That one right behind the tension wrench might be an issue. One. Get a little shaky shake maybe. 2, 3, or 5. Felt good. 4. Come on, baby. Oof. Oh, overset that one. All right, back to the front. 1, 2, 3. I got a feeling that it's probably those blob pins. 2. Yeah, it's probably them blob pins that we're all very familiar with. 4. There it goes. Yep, I got a feeling it's them, the world famous blob pins. So let's find out. Let's grab us a screwdriver. But you know, I'll tell you what, we pick on those pins because they're so awful, but they do put up some resistance. So, you know, can we really put them down? They are security pins in a way, as ugly as they are. If they work, they work. But yeah, that's what it felt like, because it didn't quite feel like a spool, but definitely not a standard pin. Kind of one of those deals. Oh, uh-oh. Alright, we might have a problem here. Let me put my specs on so I can see as good as the camera does. Let me see something here. Okay, they used the, let me grab a pokey. They used the 6th chamber to hold the core in, but I do see a hole. So if I can push that pin up and shim it, we can get that apart. I'll show you how I do that. If you've never seen that done before, it's a pretty cool trick. And let me tell you something. Like I said, there is a hole going through there. It's small, but there is a hole in there. If there's not, let me grab my tool. What I've done before is use a very, very small drill bit like this. And I'm talking small. And what I do is put it right through that 6th. You see how easy that fits in there? How good it fits? And just twist it through. Because you're not putting a big hole in there, so the pin's going to stay where it needs to be. It's not going to fall through the hole because the hole is much smaller than the pin. So I just drive it through there, boom, and it works like a charm. So, but this one does have a hole there. So I'm going to try and use my pokey tool here. This one right here might work if I can get it up in there. And a shim. Let's see if I can do it. I've done it a few times, and I've also had some major disasters, so it's kind of a it's a gamble. Alright, so put the shim up against the pin, and I'm going to try and push that pin up with my pokey tool. That's the tricky part. Did I get it? No. I got it. I believe I got it. Okay, so then we take the key right there. And you want to keep this thing straight up. Do not turn the key. I learned the hard way about that. Keep it straight up because a lot of these cheaper cores, they're what we call skeletonized. I'll show you in a minute if we can get this thing open. Put that shim all the way through, keeping everything straight up. Okay? Grab a follower. Working around the camera here. Okay, grab a follower. Again, keep everything lined up, straight. And make sure that shim stays in there all the way through. Shove it all out. Bada boom, bada bing. Now, again, if you turn it, what can happen is some of the driver pins will fall into these slots here. See how skeletonized it is? It's just awful. Let me turn it around here. You see how bad that is? So the driver pins will get stuck in there, and I'll tell you what, it's usually game over after that point. Alright, so enough blabbing. I'm going to lay these out and we'll be right back, okay? Okay, so we are back. We've got it apart, and I was correctamundo. Let me bring the camera down a tad. Or a lot of tad. Okay, now, let's see if I can get a good shot of these pins. I'm not too used to this camera quite yet, but let me see. These are what we've called the blob pins for quite some time now. They kind of look like driver pins that have melted or something. Some of you have seen these many times, some not, so I'm going to just point them out here. These driver pins right here, they kind of look like, that's why we call them blob pins. They look like they melted. They're just really, really poorly made. But as you've seen, you know, I mean, if they put up some resistance to the lock, are they security pins in a way? They may be ugly, but if they work, right? Alright, so that's it. That was the Pro Touch. I really appreciate you for watching. If you're not subscribed yet, please do so. And if you like this video, hit that like button for me, alright? Thank you so much.